blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are in fact the true biblical Jews of the Bible, and that our oppressor is in fact the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? If you got any questions, put them in the chat or what have you. And we'll be sure to get to some questions tonight if eligible. So we're going to get into tonight's topic now. Being in this line of work, if I may explain a bit, being in this line of work here in the Israelite School of ISUPK, we deal with the public. That means you're going to have to deal with the city, you're going to have to deal with the state programs, and you're going to run into a lot of BS, yo. You're going to run into a lot of BS out here. Like, this city is wasting hundreds, if not, they wasting millions of dollars on a bunch of goddamn surplus dumps, yo, just so they can get the money for the next year. When they can be putting this money in places that's actually going to benefit the city. They got the Safe City Streets program. They don't do a goddamn thing. They sit around and get drunk all day and smoke weed, say what's up to the brothers on the block, and and they employed by the city. They employed by the city. How in the hell is you gonna goddamn get funded by the city and show zero results? That is absolutely insanity. That is absolutely insanity. But you know why it's allowed? It's because the city, they not properly auditing these organizations. They're not properly auditing these organizations, yo. And because of that, what happens? Our money gets flushed down the toilet time and time and time again. Flushed down the toilet, yo. We out here at UPK, we out here spending our own dime on these trucks, man. Our own dime on these trucks, and spending our days off to serve the people, while these false organizations, while these institutions, you know what I'm saying, these institutions, they get funded hundreds of thousands of dollars to do what? To sit on their behind and live deliciously. To live deliciously off of our tax dollars, yo. Why? Because they got a good name for their organization. They got a good standing name for their organization. It sound good for the city. Safe City Streets, man. And these cats don't do a goddamn thing for the Baltimore, yo. And then we get overlooked and shunned and looked down on. Why? Because of our religion. That's absolutely illegal. What the Maryland Food Bank denying us was absolutely illegal. They talking about religious freedom. Yeah, we got religious freedom. But when you try to go, exercise your right, you get shunned and looked down upon, yo. Surely the oppressor is the devil and the deceiver that the Bible speaks of. They talk about this liberation. They speak on this so-called freedom. But when it's time to put it into practice, it's an issue. It's a problem now, right? It's an issue and it's a problem now. Get the smoke out of the wood. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna share some videos with you. I'm gonna also share some articles showing some examples of the corruption in Baltimore City. how they're literally throwing our money away. I'll show you something. I'm gonna show you how disgusting the people. And like I said, like I mentioned earlier, right? I'm gonna show you one video. Now we'll discuss that. Then I'm gonna show you an article that came out a little bit ago, showing how gross and disgusting these people in power are, man. I'll show you something real quick, though. Surely the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. I'm gonna get to this real quick. I'm gonna share my screen. Make sure I pop this up.
This is Baltimore City Schools headquarters.
Bear with me 1 second, y'all. Share my screen here. And listen, what I'm about to show you ain't gonna be too surprising, y'all. We ought to know this by now. I'm sharing my screen now. Y'all should see this. Let me share this video here. Now this is Fox 45 News. They reported this back in March, you understand? Let me show you how gross this is, bro. Let me show you how gross this is. You're gonna be absolutely disgusted by what you see tonight, bro. And this is just a small glimpse of how corrupt this city is and how much money that the city wastes on nothing. Come on, man. Let's go.
This is Baltimore City Schools headquarters, known as North Avenue. One of the main criticisms of this school system is how much money ends up here instead of going to classrooms. So Project Baltimore analyzed the most recent annual employee salary database just to see how much the school system is paying its top leaders. Let's start with
they're going to show y'all the top leaders and position over Baltimore City Public Schools here. You understand? Check this out, yo. We ain't making this up. This is their own report.
CEO Dr. Sonia Santelises. Last year, her total earnings were more than $414,000. But that's just a
They make about $500,000. About $500,000.
start. According to her contract,
Yo, watch this.
she also collected more than $55,000 in deferred compensation towards retirement, which is in addition to her state pension. Plus, she gets a $9,600 car allowance. Add it all up, and last year, Dr. Santelises received around $480,000 in total compensation. As the head of city schools, Dr. Santelises is the highest paid employee. But the second highest paid employee last year is a name you may not know.
And then, let's check it out. I guarantee your school's being closed because the ACs don't work, because the heat don't work.
No. According to the salary database, Jack...
And listen, not only that, the school system is failing our students, yo. And she deserves $500,000 a year.
Williams is...
And then not only that, they keep increasing their salary each year.
A temporary employee. Williams retired last year as principal at Baltimore Polytechnic Institute and was rehired to provide professional development and coaching. According to city schools, her additional earnings of around $172,000 came from cashing in vacation and sick days. The third highest paid employee is not an educator. Josh Sivan, the district's chief legal officer, made more than $244,000 last year in total earnings. He's followed by the chief financial officer, Christopher Doherty, at just about $235,000. And the COO, chief operating officer, Lynette Washington, made more than $234,000. In all, 23 city schools employees earned more than $200,000. That's nearly double the amount from the prior year, when just 12 employees made more than $200,000. Keep in mind, as budgets and salaries continue to increase, enrollment for the school system continues to decrease. 10 years ago, Baltimore City Schools had about 85,000 students enrolled. This year, enrollment is down to 75,000 students. Now, when it does come to administrative costs, we know City Schools has some of the highest in the country, money that is going to central office. According to the most recent U.S. Census report from 2023, of the 100 largest school systems in America, Baltimore has the 8th highest administrative costs per student, right behind New York, San Francisco, and Atlanta, which spent just slightly more than Baltimore. With the passage of the Blueprint for Maryland's Future, the budget for Baltimore City Schools will continue to increase in the coming years. We know that the employees of city schools are benefiting, but how much will the students benefit?
How much will the students benefit? Hey, look. Well, yo, what we bringing out, this is public knowledge. This ain't hitting. Well, this one ain't hitting. I'm gonna show you something they trying to cover up. This ain't hitting. They over there chasing the bag. Meanwhile, enrollment is down, productivity is down, violence is rising in the schools. And they talking about all these goddamn teacher development. They got the money. They got the money for them students. They got the money for them programs, but it's going in places that it ought not to. This is a city full of corruption, man. This is a city full of greed. They got people in these positions robbing the city blind. They don't give a damn about the kids. They don't give a damn about the program. They don't give a damn about the city. They give a damn about their pockets, man. And living deliciously, man. That's all they give a damn about, man. I mean, we see it every day, man. We see it every day. We see our school system. We see our city. We see these city programs, man. So it's a goddamn joke what we following after, yo. We got hope in this place. The entire, for real, the entire system need to be audited. The whole Baltimore City in general need to be goddamn audited, man. That's what need to happen. Let me play the rest of this video. I think that was it, though.
We'll be watching. I'm Chris Pabst, and this is Project Baltimore.
Project Baltimore, shout out. That's your money. That's your money, black man. That's your money. That's where your money going, man. They got these goddamn buildings downtown, all this development this, development that, buy $1 house and all. Man, all that's a bunch of garbage. Go down there and try to buy a house for $1. See, you're gonna get laughed out the building. Go down there to your city hall, try to do something productive. It's gonna be 1,000 roadblocks. Why is that? Because it ain't built for your good, bro. They got a bunch of big-headed Negroes down there sitting in these goddamn city offices and these city buildings. raking in the money, putting their feet up, bro. When I was down there earlier trying to get some things done for the city, trying to do some things for the school, trying to open up some things, man, it's 1,000 roadblocks, bro. 1,000 roadblocks, and you go in there, they look at you like you a piece of, like you ain't supposed to be. It's a public building for the people. Surely the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, bro. Let's show you something, man. I'm going to this Bible real quick, y'all. Let's start at Isaiah, start with this bedrock. We're in Isaiah 9 and 16 here. It says, for the leaders of this people caused them to error. Our leadership, our people that are in power, Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes, Mayor Brandon Scott, you understand, Governor Westmore, you understand, all these cats, they may seem like they mean well, but they caught up in the game, yo. They caught up in the propaganda. They caught up in the money. They caught up in the schemes, you know. I mean, they so far behind, it's ridiculous, man. A lot of these people enter these fields really truly meaning or really truly, you know, trying to serve the people, trying to help the people, but they get caught up in the game of the oppressor. You understand? And then they become just like the oppressor, all for gain, all for money. And then the organizations like the UPK and other organizations that mean well, we get left in the dark. We get left in the dark while it's hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars getting thrown in the dumpster so other people can live deliciously, yo. I'm gonna tell you tonight about somebody that is a so-called activist, so-called you know, for the liberation of people and freedom, but meanwhile he taking hundreds of thousands of dollars from the city. Living deliciously, feet up. Is this person named Truth Seeker? You could just type your question in the chat, and if the question is appropriate, we'll answer it, all right? If you're a goddamn troll, you're getting blocked. Okay? Let me see if you're a truth seeker for real. Well, we're in Isaiah 9 and 16. For the leaders of this people caused them to error. Meaning what? They cause us to make mistakes with their false leadership, with their false doctrine, with their false policies, with their the things the politicians is trying to push. They cause us to err. They cause us to sin against God. They cause us to make a mental mistake, a mental error. You understand? They cause us to do things that are not moral. Why is that? How is that? They ain't leaders. They ain't proper leaders. You understand? They put in this position, they have a particular title and all of that, but guess what? They told your daughter to get that abortion, to go unalive that baby. They told your son it's okay to be a goddamn be a part of that alphabet community. He told your sons and your daughter that. He causing the people to error. They put certain legislation while this, you know, out there that the school ain't got to tell the parent. That the school ain't got to tell the parent that the child is came out as a alphabet community. It's ridiculous, John. You're absolutely right, Ramad. You gotta have proof that you got $90,000 in the bank account before you purchase the house. Now, who you know that got $90,000? A very select few. You understand? Damn near half of us, if not all of us, don't make $90,000 in a year. So how the hell you gonna have $90,000? Dumb. Baltimore City, they all got some type of underlining slickness. Underlining slickness, you understand? And they sitting up there in them city buildings, man, they with their feet up breaking in that bread, yo. Man, I walked in that office, man, nobody was even at the gate. They surprised somebody even showed up to the goddamn city office. And then then they showing me something online that I seen already. That's why I'm down here, dummy. Meanwhile, it ain't updated. Watch, it won't be updated for a whole nother year. Oh, he's not here. Oh, he's out in the, and the person that's supposed to be there not in the office. They got 10 people in the office not doing nothing. No customers, no. And I know they raking in the bread, yo. Now that's just one that's just one example there, man, with that school system. And we know this school system is in shambles, bro. Okay. Get some more of the scripture. He calls us to add, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Meaning what? Why you think Baltimore City is in the condition that it's in right now? It's in the condition that it's in because of false leadership. It's in the condition that it's in because the people that are put in position to lead failed you, black man. Hispanic man, Native Indian man, and women, they failed us, y'all. They all meanwhile, well, we're going to be you know how many times I heard the word transparency? We're going to be transparent. We're going to show you where every dollar's going. We're going to do this. We're going to do. They make 1,000 promises. Mayor Brandon Scott talking about crime is down 20%. Crime is down 20% because of the pandemic, dummy. If it wasn't for the pandemic, it would have been steady. Everybody was supposed to be in the house. And I met Brandon Scott before. He mean well. Let's be real though, man. Listen, y'all. I don't know why y'all so afraid of? They call it toxic masculinity. Oh, y'all so aggressive. Y'all so this. Y'all so that. Maybe that's what's needed in Baltimore City, dumb. We out here, working so hard, so diligent, so week in and week out, class after class, food drive after food drive. And we get shunned like we the bad guys. When we go out there, they love us, huh? The city love us. But them big-headed Negroes down there in them city buildings, they biased. Because I ain't got no suit and tie on and talk like that. I don't got no suit and tie on, no bow tie on, no like that. You gonna be biased to me? You gonna be biased because of your religion? That's actually against the law. But you ain't gotta follow. They ain't gotta follow the law. Maryland Food Bank ain't gotta follow the law. They can deny you because of your religion. International Food Bank can deny you because of your religion. Guess what? I'm still going to give out 10,000 pounds of food next week. With or without your help. Tired of this city, yo. Tired of the corruption. I'm tired of them wasting our money. And we don't even see it because it's just our tax. So it's like, it's out of my check. Who cares? Millions, yo. Millions. It shouldn't be not one pothole not filled. It shouldn't be no schools with no AC, no heat. It shouldn't be none of that going on, yo. and all this money they giving to these organizations, yo. All these organizations need to be audited, yo. All of them need to absolutely be audited. I'm gonna share something with y'all, yo, tonight, yo. A lot of these organizations that are getting funded by the city is a lot of them is a bunch of goddamn scumbags, yo. They're a bunch of goddamn scumbags, just like your pastor's a scumbag. Just like your politician is a scumbag. They getting millions of dollars from the city to run their sham, and then they run off to live deliciously. Don't pay their employees fairly. Skimming off the top, skimming off the top, skimming off the top. So it's going on all throughout the city, man. Everybody getting back pay. While the real men and women doing the real work suffer. That's why it's so important for you to like them videos we doing, share those videos we doing, so the earth can see how much work we putting out there, so we can get them grants, so we can get those opportunities, yo. That's how important hitting that like button, hitting that share button is, yo. Hitting that subscribe button is. We don't recognize and understand that, yo. They calling us the hate group. They calling us the hate group? Are you out of your goddamn mind? You know how much we serve the community is absolutely ridiculous. And them generals on the phone counseling every day in and day out, to serve the nation of Israel. Brothers in positions getting food drives done, camps done, all types of work done out here, man. So it's a relentless effort to serve the people, yo. In the city, get all this bread, all this money, and dump it in the garbage. Brandon Scott, I'm Brandon Scott. We're gonna be a full transparency. Trash. I'm gonna share another article with you. This one's not a video though. I'm gonna show you a nonprofit that got caught up. I'll show you something, y'all. Share screen. Hey, before that, let me get one more scripture though. Bear with me, y'all. I'm gonna get one more scripture on this. I don't mean to clamor. Get Jeremiah. Jeremiah 2:8, and it reads, "The priest said not, where is the Most High?" Meaning what? We ain't looking towards the Most High for answers. We ain't looking toward the Most. We looking to the city council for answers. We looking to the mayor for answers. When whole time the answers is in this book. The blueprint, the life is in this book right here. We ain't looking to God for that. We ain't looking towards the Most High for that, man. We're looking towards ourselves and our own ideas. That's why we in the position we in right now, because we ain't following the blueprint. Following our own mind. That's what we doing, yo. You better wake the hell up, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You better wake the hell up, and you better wake up fast. You better come up in this school and get some real guidance. Get some real guidance, yo. And they that handle the law knew me not, meaning up in these churches, They got the Bible in their hand, but they don't know the Most High. They don't know the Most High. What does it mean to know the Most High? To know the Most High means to keep His commandments. Paraphrase, precept. If you keep the law, that's how you know God. It's that 1 John 5:3. That's the precept. That's milk right there. For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments. And His commandments are not grievous, man. That's how you love God. That's how you know God right there. Reading on. The pastors also transgressed against me, meaning what? They break the law. They break the law, and then they're going to tell another Negro to go ahead and break the law too. That's absolutely against the Bible, bro. Reading on, and the prophets prophesied by all, and walked after things that do not profit. We walking after things that don't profit, man. Following after other guys. Every Democrat talking about pro-choice. That don't profit us not. Unaliving your children don't profit you. You unalive that child, what you think you're going to live that lavish life you never had? Oh, I can get past this one. I'm going to live that lavish life. You living that lavish life now? No. You're in the same place, at the same job, with the same money. Guess what? You ain't never got to do that ever again, thanks to the UPK. Bring that child in here. We're going to raise that young boy, that young girl. And then you can go pretend like you're going to live a lavish life without your child. They lied to you. They caused you to make that error. They said that child wasn't alive. And we believe that lie. But guess what, sister? You ain't got to do that no more. You ain't got to do that no more. We got your back. We're going to help you raise that child. We're going to help you raise that young boy, that young girl, you understand? We profit at we walk at the things that don't profit, yo. You know what I mean? And that's why the city dumping their money into these programs that don't profit. They don't profit us now. Safe City Streets program, they done gave them some millions of dollars, man. Them cats ain't doing a damn thing. Sitting on the block, saying what's up to brothers. Like, yo, we live in the same community. We see what you do, what you don't do. But I see the EPK out there, thousands of pounds of food each week. I see that. I see open public classes teaching history every Monday and scripture breakdown. I see that. I see a class dedicated to brotherhood. I see that every Tuesday. I see a class dedicated to morality, the law class every Wednesday. Got classes every day of the week, bro, all throughout the earth. All throughout the earth, I see that, though. Things that actually profit Baltimore City. Not only practical knowledge that's biblical and sound and that you can apply to your daily life. That's what's practical. That's the practical knowledge. But we have things that are actually tangible to you. Got a food drive right here. We got a clothing drive right here. You understand? Every week, another essential items. You want to tell me the city of Baltimore ain't going to profit from that? You're a damn lie if you believe that. You're a goddamn lie if you think that's the case. Now, let me get you this article, though. Show you another example of corruption here. share my screen here. Bear with me, y'all. All right, here we go. Make sure y'all can see that. Okay. Oh, here we go. Baltimore nonprofit misused $129,000. $129,000 in ARPA funding, according to IG reports. Yo, all of these nonprofits, especially these so-called religious organizations, need to be audited. They gotta comb through what they buying, yo, because these cats is living deliciously, right? They living deliciously, and I gotta sit up here and I gotta work like a goddamn slave. Got one career, that ain't enough, gotta get another side gig, the side gig. Niggas talking about a side gig like it's fun, yo. You already exhausted. Get off, take a shower, get ready, and go to work again? To get where? Because you ain't living deliciously. You know what I mean? I'm tired as hell right now. But you probably can't even talk, because wow, we in the work, man. Meanwhile, organizations like this, and I don't know if they reveal who these people were, but they misused funds $129,000. Give me $129,000, I'm gonna feed the entire Baltimore. That'll be my annual budget. I feed the whole east side with that, yeah. It won't take a dime for myself. Still work my regular 9 to 5, won't take a dime for myself. Meanwhile, they just, I don't know where the money went. $129,000. They went in your goddamn living deliciously. I'm gonna play this, see what this talking about.
If your child has suffered a birth injury, it is easy to feel lost. That there is nobody you can turn to. But there is hope. If there is a case, we will find it and do everything we can to get justice for your child.
Well, Fox 45 News continues to investigate how the city is spending ARPA money. Today's Inspector General report confirms a local nonprofit misspent more than $100,000 of that fund, which is raising concern about how that money is being used and tracked. Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor takes a look at that new IG report and growing concerns that misspending could continue.
Well, last year, a Fox 45 investigation already confirmed that the money had been misspent. But tonight, we're
and look, who's being accountable? Who's being held accountable? What city official that's in charge of auditing the nonprofits is being held accountable for not catching this earlier? And what other organizations? Well, who is being held accountable? You stole money. You stole $129,000.
learning exactly where it went and why taxpayer watchdogs fear it could happen again.
And they fear it can. Of course, it's happening. It's going to happen again. It's happening right now.
A nonprofit handpicked by the mayor's office.
Handpicked. Yo, they know who it is. They get their friends. They make a nonprofit. Hey, do this, do that. You gonna get you the money. You got these cats sitting up there in the mayor's office, man, dishing out favors, yo. Handpicked. They had a relationship with somebody in the mayor's office, and they misused the money.
To help pick up trash across Baltimore City. Lazarus Wright, owned and operated by Christopher Irvin.
We're trying to get Baltimore to a better place.
Awarded a 2-year, $1.6 million clean court contract. To help kickstart operations, Irvin handed a $414,000 advance. But according to an email exchange between the nonprofit and the Baltimore Civic Fund, which oversees the city's nonprofit spending, within 4 months, the entire advance. But according to an email exchange between the nonprofit and the
Baltimore, I'm gonna write this joint down. I'm gonna call these cats tomorrow morning. Where's my money at? Where's Commander Adriano's money at?
$114,000 advance, but a clear clean court contract. To help kickstart operations, Irvin handed a $414,000 advance. But according to an email exchange between the nonprofit and the Baltimore Civic Fund, which oversees the city's nonprofit spending, within 4 months, the entire advance vanished.
Yo, come on, bro. We ain't making this up. This is an official report from Fox 45 News. It vanished. Here it is good.
Nonprofit spending. Within 4 months, the entire
nearly $500,000 vanished in 4 months. Talking about cleaning up trash, yo.
advance vanished.
They spent it all very, very quickly.
Baltimore City Inspector General Isabel Cumming launching an investigation into the spending after receiving complaints Irvin's employees weren't getting paid.
Not only that, they not even paying the goddamn workers. Commander Gianna would never.
Be paid 2 or 3 weeks is a pretty big concern for any person. So they were concerned because the money was coming out of the ARPA funds.
Back in May, the Baltimore Civic Fund quickly canceling Irvin's contract and demanding he pay $129,000 back to the city.
How much of that has been paid back?
$500.
What is the likelihood that the city will see this money again?
Not very likely. Can you squeeze blood from a turnip? I don't know.
The IG's deep dive into the nonprofit's financial records revealing over the course of the Clean Court contract, Lazarus Wright spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on separate business expenses, including a $55,000 loan payment, $68,000 paid to the IRS for outstanding taxes, $30,000 for a new work car, $56,000 for 2 work equipment items, and $96,000 for unrelated salaries, training, and insurance, totaling more than $300,000. The report also finding by April, the nonprofit's account balance in the negatives.
They borrowed from Peter to pay Paul, and they were buying things that had nothing to do with the ARPA monies.
Money mismanagement, Cummings says, isn't uncommon for nonprofits.
It's not like a normal business, so I do think that, sometimes it's better giving the money to an agency where you have that tighter fiscal oversight than you do with nonprofits.
Anyone with a basic accounting class would have seen that you don't give money to this nonprofit.
Taxpayer advocate David Williams also questioning the city's oversight. Before receiving the money in 2023, Lazarus Wright's 990 tax form from 2021 to 2022 showing a small organization more than $73,000 in debt. Additionally, Irvin personally declaring bankruptcy and his home put in foreclosure.
They were not equipped to do this financially, or they didn't have the infrastructure to do it either.
Fox 45 sending questions to the Baltimore Civic Fund, Planning Department, and Mayor's Office, asking, was this nonprofit properly vetted? And should the city strengthen its vetting process before granting more nonprofit?
They was hand-picked. That's what the report
ARPA
said.
funding? The only response, The mayor's office sending a statement applauding the city for swiftly addressing the issue, but not answering our questions directly.
Who applauding for Swift? You wasted $500,000. Oh, we're gonna give you a hand for catching it. I want to know who's responsible for giving these dudes $500,000. They sit down. In 4 months, they left them cats in a negative.
This is the city plans to allocate another $43 million in ARPA funding to other local nonprofits over the next 2 years.
Do you think that a situation like this could play out again?
Oh, absolutely. I think, I mean, the one thing about I see things happen over and over again. And I think hopefully lessons will be learned from this one.
And last week, 2 mayoral candidates also requested an independent audit of the city's ARPA spending. We reached out to the mayor's office asking for a response to that request. As the news time tonight, though, no answers. In the newsroom, Rebecca Pryor, Fox 45 News.
Meanwhile, Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates says the lack of apparent enforcement of some of these laws in Fells Point and other places could be connected to the city's federal consent decree.
I give out advice. I don't tell the police department what to do. That's the mayor.
Meanwhile, Baltimore City.
That's it on that, I didn't even know they had a video. I was gonna read the article, y'all. But there you go. One breath, one article, $500,000, boom, out the window. I mean, $500,000. There's this other organization, I'm not gonna name it. Annual budget is $800,000. And the head of that organization is moving to Belize in 3 months. This is a nonprofit in Baltimore City. His operation is granted $800,000 annually. To give out free food. Doesn't pay his employees fairly. Listen, y'all. I had to take a second to calm down earlier after I left that city building. Trying to get some help, trying to utilize the city's resources as others have. And knowing what I know about how much money is being guzzled from scumbags. Scumbags, yo. Swindling the system, and not only that, the people in the mayor's office giving it away. In the mayor's office, right under the mayor's nose, letting this go, and they're gonna applaud. They're gonna give them a hand for we found the corporate, yo, and we dying and starving in the ghettos of America, and people is. It's frustrating, yo. It's frustrating doing this type of work, this line of work. And then you're doing it for free on your own dime, and you got people like this. And you got scumbags like this that steal the people's money, yo. That money don't belong to you, dummy. It belongs to the city. It belongs to what the city needs. The city thought it needed you. What the city needs is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander Junior Hanna. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Give y'all one more scripture, man. I gotta go to sleep. Isaiah 56:9. All ye beasts of the field come to devour. These are the nations, bro. These are the nations, they come to devour us in every way, shape, and form, politically, socially, financially. They come to devour and destroy us, yo. Yea, all ye beasts in the forest. 10, his watchmen are blind. Who are the watchmen? Governor Westmore, Mayor Brandon Scott, President Jack Young. Y'all are the watchmen. Y'all let millions of dollars go down the drain. Y'all let corruption run rampant in your offices. Yeah, it may seem like y'all mean well, but y'all dropping the ball so low, so horribly that millions of dollars are being thrown away each year that could be used to really serve the people, to really serve and help the people, and it's only getting worse out here, man. And it's only getting worse out here, and they failing at the job horribly. And then when I show up, I'm the bad guy. When I go down to city council, I'm the bad guy now, right? You had a job. Your job was to watch. Your job was to watch the money. Where was the money going? How's the money being utilized? The Baltimore Civic Fund need to be under investigation by the FBI. All of those nonprofit groups need to be under investigation, needs to be audited. Handpicked from the mayor's office, yo. You should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. You're too blind to see. You're too blind to see through the BS, through. And then we gotta live and see these cats every day. We see these safe city street dudes. Ain't doing nothing, getting money. Getting paid by the city though, right? They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Like a dog is there to what? To warn you, to protect you, to watch over the house. He's a guard dog. But no, you like the dog in Next Friday that eat the bologna and the chocolate and let Ice Cube and what's his name come in and get the bread. You's a dumb dog, yo. That cannot bark. They can't warn. You don't even have a voice. You can't even say, hey, stop, boom. Hey, hold up, we gotta check this out. We gotta look into this. You don't have a voice. Right? Sleeping, lying down, loving the slumber. They got their feet up, living deliciously, man. And the heads of these organizations got to sleeping, chilling with their feet up, man. Living deliciously, man. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. Cat talking about he got an $800,000 budget, talking about he need more. He need more. You ain't paying for the food that's coming in. You paying for your transportation services, your employees, and your rent for the warehouse. $800,000. If I had half of that $800,000, that food bank could still be open and twice the size. Twice the size. Greedy, yo. Gonna take that money, run with that money, and move down to Belize, and the city don't even know. And the city don't know. City today. No auditing. I mean, at least do it quarterly. Hey, let me see the books. We're gonna run down the books. We could, like, it would be so easy. You can, yo. They need a cat like me up there in them city buildings, yo. You can literally do everything on a damn computer. Input your spending, your receipts, and all full transparency. There you go. The Baltimore City funny. They need to be investigated by the FBI or something. Yo. They need. I mean, God damn it. I mean, are you kidding me? They're greedy dogs. They can never have enough, bro. They can't have enough. Captain Pugh, she was getting paid top dollar. You the goddamn mayor, and you want to do a backdoor deal for some damn books, for some children books, trying to be sneaky. Sent your behind the prison. Can't have enough money. You gotta get more. You gotta get more. Slimy bastards, man. You slimy, disgusting, greedy bastards. Criminals, man. Just like your father, the devil, yo. We're gonna close it out there, man. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under commanding General Yahdo. We've been teaching this truth since 1969. That the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are in fact the true biblical Jews of the Bible. We'll be back in the building tomorrow, 7 p.m. sharp. Make sure you have your questions ready, you understand. Tomorrow's the brotherhood class. Any brother want to be a part of school, you ought to wear all black. Black boots, pants, shirt, headband, and or war scarf. Shalom, Israel.